Earning the title Legendary Hunter of the Sea of Thieves is known as one of the toughest grinds in the game. And that's because it requires selling 2,100 fish, a bunch of cooked meat, 50 pieces of Treacherous Plunder, and reaching level 50 in the Hunter's Call reputation. And I can vouch for the grind because my crewmate and I have already done it. But with the Hunter's Call getting a refresh in Season 15, we had an insane thought. What if I did it again? Meet Cursed Coral. She was born yesterday. She has never sold a single fish, not even a ruby splashtail. But I'm gonna take her from being a complete fishing noob to a legendary hunter of the Sea of Thieves in 10 days. And I definitely underestimated how difficult this would be.
Nice!
What is garbage?
Ow!
Oh no! I'm stupid! I had a shadow stormfish and I let it go.
Day 1 started perfectly with a shipwreck in the Ancient Isles close to the outpost we spawned in at.
Are you imagining these birds?
Go from Devil's Ridge and go left about, a little bit.
I see them now.
Since wreckers eat earthworms and Ancientscales eat leeches, we could narrow our focus to wreckers for now. But if I was going to earn the Legendary Hunter of the Sea of Thieves title in 10 days, we needed a solid plan. So here was our mindset. Prioritize the rare fish. In line with this rule, never catch a ruby splashtail, but always catch an umber. Except during a storm or until you don't need them anymore.
You need to concentrate on time efficiency. The less time you're reeling something in, the better.
Which leads right into rule number 2. Allow ourselves to get lucky. Shipwrecks usually have rare fish and random meat. They also reset about every 20 minutes. So after each day cycle, one of us could dive down to check the barrels and get lucky.
Lava devilfish, olive puntafin, moss Islehopper, and a rose wrecker. 2 kraken, 1 megalodon, and just a bunch of meat. What's the good kind of devilfish?
Forsaken? Is that what you got?
Last, we had to play on high seas for me to reach reputation level 50, so we had to pay attention to our surroundings.
No.
What's that?
What is that? Is that a person?
It seems like it.
It's a person.
2,100 fish is a lot. And I wasn't planning on letting them get stolen, especially not since we had rare fish in our stack.
What do you have?
A snow wrecker. I'm so afraid that I'm accidentally going to push a button to let it go. I feel like controller buttons are lava right now. Oh my gosh, I got it.
We stacked as many fish as we could until we ran out of bait.
I only have 3 worms. How many do you have?
Okay.
Then we'd head over to a sea fort to snag ruby splashtails out of the barrels. And so we could use the extra cooking space, because the more gold we could get for selling our fish, the more reputation I could receive.
I'm already grade 4 for Sunwrecker. That's crazy.
And at the time, I wasn't even sure if I could get to 50 by mostly selling fish. I was honestly surprised with how much my reputation went up with just selling that one stack.
15, 18, 19, 20.
Since we had a solid base of wreckers and a new bait crate, we were ready to get a head start on plentifins. Obviously still near a shipwreck, so we still had a chance to get lucky with barrels. At the end of the day, we caught 50 sun wreckers, 5 snow wreckers, 1 umber splashtail, and we even happened to be in the right place at the right time for Chaos to catch the rarest fish in the game.
Shadow Stormfish.
Out of the total 218 fish we sold on day 1, 59 were found in barrels. The shipwreck barrels and the seafort barrels were helping a ton with these cooking commendations too. My reputation was already at 27, but we still had a long way to go. Which brings us to an elephant in the room. Treacherous Plunder isn't easy to find, which is exactly why we wanted to prioritize it early. It takes hours of casting, releasing, and recasting to catch just a few pieces of Treacherous Plunder between catching actual garbage. So save your judgments. Yes, I went to the shores of gold to make it just a little easier on myself. At least out there, we didn't really have to worry about other ships rolling up on us.
Any ships? No ships.
But being as paranoid as I am, I still checked just to make sure and so that I didn't catch a lazy beard. Considering how mind-numbing it can be to stare at a pond for hours, I'm gonna do us all a favor here and skip to the good part. We sailed away with 33 pieces of Treacherous Plunder, a few random fish, and we completed selling 50 pieces of cooked chicken and pork. On day 3, we wanted to go for max efficiency to make up for the day before. We parked at the first shipwreck we saw and got started on our Ancientscales, while swapping over to earthworms for moonwreckers at night. And when the storm finally came our way, we were already in the perfect position for Blackcloud wreckers. Because you have to prioritize the rare fish first.
Blackcloud wrecker!
And I know Blackcloud wreckers aren't technically rare fish, but they are hard to get, so the rule still applies.
You could do this like quickly with a galleon, and like you could knock out everything, like probably in half the time that we're doing it. But realistically, not everybody is going to have a galleon's worth of friends who want to do this.
Bone Ancientscale! Just like with day 1, after we ran out of bait and knocked out a huge chunk of Ancientscales and wreckers,
The last moonwrecker.
we were ready to cook, sell, and find another shipwreck in a new region. But remember rule number 3? When you're sitting in the same spot for a long time, you start to look like an easy target for other ships. And we used that to our advantage, letting them get close, thinking that they were catching us off guard, when in reality, we've been watching and waiting for them to come. And I'm not gonna lie, after a few hours of fishing, we really looked forward to using rule number 3.
They have kegs.
Nice. Nice! Oh, they're trying to get away.
Killed one.
2 dead.
So you mocked them so hard.
It's an accident! It's always an accident!
What a troll.
Getting back on track, our goal for the day was about quantity, so we wanted to end the day with a treat.
Oh my gosh, Pondies are the easiest.
Yeah.
Pondies are by far the easiest and most satisfying fish to catch in the whole game. And since we wouldn't be parked at a shipwreck for this, we made sure to check out any we saw along the way. And when I saw another ship approaching, I knew I had to make decisions. My pockets were full from the shipwreck, but for some reason, I just wanted to get on board.
Is there a bone collar? I don't know why I'm stealing their boat.
Check to see if they got anything good.
Oh, good. Oh.
No.
They have a storage crate with a fish. Stealing it?
Okay.
It's like just a pond.
In retrospect, it's probably more work to steal a Pondie than it is to catch one, but hey, it was fun.
I don't care that it's only one fish. I'm stealing it.
And with this grind, you have to be able to have fun with it. This is more of an unspoken rule, but it is so important. Anyway, it didn't take us long to catch a little over 100 Pondies, including 4 brights. And Mermaid's Hideaway is my favorite spot to fish for Pondies, but you still have to watch out for boats.
On its way to us. Hit cannon.
Nice.
Killed cannon.
Nice. Yeah.
Like I said before, we look forward to rule number 3.
The most dangerous fisherman you'll ever see.
Yeah.
I've been looking forward to our Pondie day, man. Like, I know we didn't get all of them, but...
Oh no, we don't need to get all of them. We need another day where we end it with Pondies.
I got another bright!
Nice! That's a good place to end it.
Yeah.
We ended up with a total of 16 rare fish for the day. We also completed selling cooked snake and shark, and I earned the legendary Hunter of Trophy Fish title by selling 100 trophy fish. We sold a total of 365 fish. 79 were from barrels, and 1 was stolen. This is just day 3, and my reputation was already at 34. And out of the 2,100 fish we needed to sell, I've already sold 595. By day 4, we wanted to even out our regional fish, so we found a shipwreck in the shores of Plenty to get us started. Although rule number 2 is to fish near a shipwreck, we don't really want to attract unwanted attention, so we pulled the bounty chest away from the shipwreck and let it despawn. After that, it was business as usual. We would periodically go down to check the shipwreck, prioritize the rare fish,
Bone dust! Hell yeah!
and kept our eyes on the horizon to watch out for danger.
I got, some kraken meat. Ooh. Inner shore stormfish. Love that. Sky Battlegill, run Battlegill!
It should be pretty obvious by now. Shipwrecks are amazing. Every time we found fish in the barrels, that was time saved from fishing. Not to mention the time saved with the kraken meat, meg meat, and land meat.
Okay.
But diving in the shipwreck did come with a little bit of a
Thankfully, I
drawback.
caught my fish already, so this is fine.
Killed one.
Killed one.
Thankfully, we didn't get sirens too often, and at least we got a gem out of it.
I got another bonus! I could have, like, a pet from the world. I would want this. Like, let's put this little guy in a fish tank. I love him.
Oh my god.
Oh, I love him so much. And there with his buddies.
But remember, priority changes a little in a storm.
Not the umber in a storm, though.
Not the umber in this one.
Speaking of storms, after we had a really solid base on Plentifins, we didn't want to get stuck with needing 40 Blackcloud wreckers on the last day. So we were always on the lookout for a shipwreck that was going to be in the path of the storm. Then we caught region fish while we waited for it to come through, which worked out because we still needed a little bit of everything.
Blackcloud wrecker? Oh yeah.
Nice.
But of course, when you actually want the storm, it seems like it's over before you know it.
It's got the ill-fated thing, so usually that means the storm is gone.
But 7 Blackcloud wreckers isn't bad. So it was time to cook, sell, and move on to another region while fishing along the way. We also wanted to find out if you could sell the new orbs to the Hunter's Call. The answer to that is no, but at least Chaos caught a muddy.
Mud.
Thanks.
Look at him.
But
It looks like he's wearing a disguise and a fake mustache. Yeah, the sandy
Darn good.
looks like it would be the rare one.
yeah,
Crazy.
for real.
But remember how I said we were trying to even out our region fish? Well, there was one region we still haven't done any fishing, because it's my least favorite region. The Devil's Roar.
Ew!
No offense to any Devil's Roar lovers out there.
None taken. I totally get it.
It's like the worst place, and like everybody hates it. It's the most hated. I'm like, why the f did they make this?
Okay, well, now I'm a little bit offended.
Umber Splash Hill, our last one!
You're getting one?
Yeah!
Nice. That's awesome.
In the Devil's Roar of all places.
All the most disgusting places.
Luckily, we found a shipwreck that was out of range of any volcanoes. And it was barely even in the Devil's Roar.
Didn't. This is just like the best shipwreck spot we could have found. We're like outside of the radius of
Absolutely.
any volcanoes, and we are so well hidden. Like from Devil's Ridge, nobody is gonna look this direction.
And when I say this spot
at
was lucky,
you.
I love Forsaken.
The Forsaken
Easiest
love
rare
you.
fish ever. Yeah, they do. It's beautiful.
I'm so proud of you.
Thanks.
I mean, it was really lucky.
Call me beautiful.
You're so beautiful.
Call me
Is
more
it a
beautiful.
llama?
I think because I moved the ship, I intercepted your lucky spot.
Get out of here.
I got it.
Even the shipwreck was lucky.
Rose Wrecker. Are you saying you don't have any friends?
I'm saying these 4 seashells that are caught are all my friends.
I got a
They're my
Twilight.
friends. Oh, a Twilight. Nice.
Oh, 2 Twilights.
Oh my god. A bunch of green. Right?
Raven Islehopper.
Ooh, every time you get one, that is one fish you didn't have to put on your line.
Didn't have to wait
So
for
nice. You got a third person just fishing random fish down there.
Yeah, they're not very efficient, but When they hit, they hit.
I want you to know I've still only gotten seashell. I'm a seashell magnet over here, you know?
Keep in mind, we've been fishing for 4 days straight.
Guess what kind of devilfish I just got?
Seashell?
Yes, I'm gonna 100% seashells on my own.
I just think you have the seashell fishing spot.
Oh, right, 'cause that's what you believe. It's a spot. It's the spot. Can we test your theory about the spot?
Yeah.
Up here, but only if it's gonna convince you that your thoughts are
It
silly.
won't.
Oh, this is my spot out there.
It's a seashell.
Yeah. And I got an action devilfish.
So, you want to come back to your
See?
seashell
See?
spot?
See? I knew it. I knew it. There's no convincing you.
But it was fun to have a theory.
What else are we supposed to do? Just fish all day?
When you fish all day, you start going a little nutty. You see things that aren't there.
I have an action on the line.
The way you said that makes it sound like you are like calling them. I'm gonna patch him through. Please hold.
Fishing makes us delirious.
And this is only day 4. This what? Look at this. You can't even go like around it. Like you end up in the Red Sea. You want to know why? Because you just fall off the map. Every map you see in this game is flat. The moon is always visible here. So that it's because it's like going around the map. It doesn't like have to like go to the other side of the map because it doesn't curve.
The moon's always visible.
Like it goes.
Oh, forsaken devilfish!
You have the luckiest spot. You must never move.
Nothing to do with the luckiest spot.
It does.
No.
Whether or not you believe in lucky fishing spots, there's nothing that can convince me they aren't real. Because we ended up completing all of our Forsaken Devilfish in one
I do
shot.
spell Firelight.
It's not like that.
Oh, so this must be a Forsaken.
The last Forsaken. I got it. We sold a total of 362 fish for the day, but my reputation only increased by about 5 levels. Oh, I'm gonna end at 39. It's not a lot.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
and I
man.
was still only barely halfway through the monster meats.
Nice.
Oh, and Meg. But at least we had 2 rare variants knocked out already. Day 5 marked the halfway point of our challenge, meaning it was time to get serious about those Blackcloud wreckers. The thing that makes Blackcloud wreckers so difficult to catch is that it's not always easy to find a shipwreck in the path of the storm, which is why we use Merfolk's Lullaby. But remember our first rule of prioritizing rare fish. When we saw the storm was about to pass through Sea Dog's Tavern multiple times, we had to change priorities to Shadow Stormfish.
Call me beautiful.
You're beautiful.
Thank you.
Do you have a shadow?
Thankfully, Chaos was lucky enough to get us 4 Shadow Stormfish throughout the day, but I made a really silly mistake. Oh no, I'm stupid!
What happened?
I had a shadow stormfish and I
Let it go?
I let it
They ask
go.
you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine. You just
So used to not getting them. I feel so dumb. Will it give me an
Let the leeches. Let the leeches are not important.
Just a little side note, you can actually catch the Shadow Stormfish in the 3 main regions where the storm passes. But places like Sea Dog's Tavern, K9, and the southeast side of Uncharted N13 are areas that don't spawn region fish. So they have a slight advantage for spawning the Shadow Stormfish, but of course there's no guarantee. Eventually we managed to get back on track and find some shipwrecks in the path of the
South
storm.
of me is a wreck.
Oh, that might work.
It might work, yeah. I'm gonna go save.
And as usual, we kept ourselves busy with regional fish while we waited for it to come through.
We're almost done with watery plentifants. We don't need moonwreckers. Oh, I'm too close to the wreck. It increases our
What do you
chance
think?
of getting a snow, so I say
Yeah,
it's fine.
yeah.
And
Yeah,
we're
I
almost
agree.
done with plentifants anyway, so that's fine. Bone dust plentifant, hell yeah!
Ooh. Nice.
We basically spent the day scoping out shipwrecks in the path of the storm. We ended up catching 24 Blackcloud wreckers, bringing our total to 38. Finished off our rose wreckers, caught 4 snow wreckers, some rare regional fish, and stole a little bit of a Fort of the Damned, because mermaid gems are helpful for the rep. We also rounded off our plentifins, caught an accidental raven Islehopper, and although this entire time I still hadn't caught a single ruby splashtail, we finished selling all 50 of them thanks to sea forts. We found a total of 54 fish in shipwreck barrels and ended day 5 with 196 fish sold. All of that brought my reputation up to 42 to end the day. Now that I was more than halfway to Legendary Hunter of the Sea of Thieves, shipwrecks were still helpful, but parking at them was becoming less of a priority. But thanks to all the shipwrecks we have visited so far, we already had a total of 24 Battlegill without ever focusing on them, which was our focus for today. There are a few different ways that you can fish for Battlegill. We meant to dive to a skeleton fort.
Did I do the wrong one?
Yep.
I'm an idiot. I apologize. Oh, and a shipwreck.
And a shipwreck.
Alright, battles?
Ahoy there. You better get out of here.
By the time we were done collecting our fish, the fleet popped up, which was perfect because I wanted to park at the Sea Dogs Tavern to fish for Battlegill while never being in real danger. The fleet is very commonly ignored by other players, so I had a really good feeling about this. For the most part, our plan was flawless, allowing us to gather almost all the Battlegill, including 5 of the rare variant.
Sand Battlegill already?
But since we still had a few days of fishing, we didn't want to fully complete all the Battlegill, because we wanted to leave some room to still get lucky with the shipwrecks. A huge advantage to parking at the Sea Dogs Tavern is that you are already in a perfect position for Shadow Stormfish when the storm rolls
Trophy
in.
Shadow!
Oh, you're amazing. Look at you.
And since we were doing so great on our Battlegills, when we noticed a shipwreck in the path of the storm, we had to take advantage of it for more Blackcloud wreckers, because Blackcloud wreckers are more of a marathon.
Oh, no way. I got a Blackcloud wrecker out of a barrel.
Thankfully, we were able to catch 9 Blackclouds and our last snow wrecker. By the end of the day, we nearly finished my plentifins and caught a total of 10 rare fish, including 2 shadow stormfish. And my reputation was up to 45. By day 7, we needed to start cleaning up some loose ends. And we had been holding off on Islehoppers for this exact purpose. Islehoppers are a bit tricky. Each variant of Islehopper only spawns at certain islands. Even the night variant has specific spawn islands. So I made an easy-to-follow plan to maximize our time at these islands while simultaneously cleaning up some of our region fish.
We're going for Ancientscales.
Okay. Day, Ancientscales. At night. See, like, nothing says at night where...
It's in the name.
This might as well be Einstein's, like, theory of relativity to me.
Don't get me started. Don't get me started.
Day, night, stone is greater than Shipwreck Bay.
Oh my gosh. I don't think it was that complicated. I think it's pretty
Nice.
simplistic.
Do the greater than signs mean anything?
It just means it's a group.
Oh,
It's an arrow.
For islands with amethyst Islehoppers, we fished for the remaining daytime fish in the region, and of course picked up any raven Islehoppers that popped up.
That's 2 in a row. That's crazy.
Then at night, we fished for the amethyst. For the daytime variants of Islehoppers like moss, stone, and honey, we fished at night for the regional fish that we still needed. As we finished Islehopper variants, we moved to new areas for other ones, cross-referencing the region for the fish we were still behind on. Since we were moving around so much, we were able to catch up on quite a few rare fish and clean up a lot of the different regions. We also caught our last Blackcloud wreckers and completed all of the Islehoppers. It felt like all of the work we had been doing was finally paying off. My reputation went up to 47 after selling 315 fish for the day. On day 8, it was time to knock out our stormfish once and for all.
I need a lot of wood today.
Sometimes the timing is a little off, but Merfolk's Lullaby is a necessity for tracking the storm. Our plan was to park in areas where the storm would make a loop in each region. That way we could maximize our time in the storm without having to raise our anchor. Ideally, we wanted to park at small islands or forts, but that didn't always work out. So we took turns repairing the ship whenever it took damage. And we were more successful than we expected. Catching our last 3 shadowfish was a huge relief.
Nice.
I have been chosen.
I'll get it.
Yeah, I have priority.
Show it to me.
On top of that, we found a sand battlegill,
Sand.
caught a bone ancientscale, and a muddy wild splash.
Wait,
There you go.
I guess we need Suddies, but we need Muddies more
It's hard
inside your
to tell.
Sunny.
We also finished selling cooked kraken and meg. And cursed coral finally reached reputation level 50 in the Hunter's Call, mainly by selling fish. As a weird reward, we ended the day with a relaxing trip back to the shores of gold. And by relaxing, I mean full of trash talking each
I've
other,
been chosen. You're garbage. Look at you.
doubling down on my lucky spot theory,
lucky spot
and watching terrible movies, all while catching the remaining pieces of Treacherous Plunder.
And you are taking up that good lucky spot, so I cannot be there. You have an old boot.
You mad, bro? You mad, bro?
You have the lucky spot. I'm telling you, there's no other reason.
After 8 long days of strategic fishing, we were nearing the end. We only had 2 days left to finish off a few more categories, and we still needed a lot of rare fish. We had been on a roll, but our lucky streak came to an end on day 9.
Looks like the sun is about to come out.
On day 9, we were really feeling the effects of the grind. A storm in the wilds let us complete our stormfish. Then we moved on to muddies.
Serve a muddy.
I think so. Like, I feel like it's been maybe an hour and a half. I got a muddy. Get on my line, little muddy.
And that took a lot longer than we expected.
Look at him. With cute little double mustache.
I got another.
Oh my
Our
god.
last one.
Thank you.
This nightmare
Oh,
can be over.
finally.
We still needed devilfish and battlegill.
One of us gets 5 firelights and the other gets 6. We can finish that tonight.
Let's do it.
Yeah. I want you to dress up your grubs, make them look real tasty. Good show for
But
us to
then we
watch.
got a welcomed interruption. And hey, rule number 3 is to protect your fish.
Great.
Toward us?
Yeah?
Excitement?
Honestly, I kind of needed the break from fishing at this point.
Oh, they want to fight. Look at them.
Oh, that's so funny. Aw, no.
All right, let's do it. Let's do it.
I feel bad.
No, don't feel bad. They want this.
Oh, look at them. Yeah, you're right. Alright, fine.
Yeah,
Fine.
give me a good angle here.
Good angle. There we go. Wasting our chains, by the way.
I hit it.
Finally.
Okay, it's down.
Hit them. It's on cannons.
Yeah. I gotta eat. Killed him.
Nice, perfect. Yeah, they look sunk. Good sniper. Gonna run out of bullets.
Got him.
but, right, yeah.
Today is like full torture day.
Mhm.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
there's a ship.
Close.
Yeah, kind of close. Got food.
Yeah.
When I first started playing this game, all I wanted was to be able to protect myself when I was out on the seas completing quests, tall tales, or fishing. I want to feel like I'm well-rounded in the game. Chaos and I were even practicing each other's roles.
I'm getting a little overwhelmed here, so I'm gonna need some help.
I'm usually Helm and he's usually Cannons.
You can drop it?
Any buckets, please?
But we needed to take this a little more seriously.
Yeah, they keep getting like behind us. I just don't have good shots. And that might just be my fault. Do you want to switch?
There we go.
Much?
Killed one.
Nice.
Killed him. They're tanky. Tell me they're done.
Nope. They're second deck though. Alright, I'm here.
They're done. Woo!
It felt amazing to be able to win these fights.
I knew you were itching to get on Cannons too, because like there have been multiple times that we've been like just fighting. Oh my gosh, you've got to be kidding!
What?
I got one. Oh, you're so feisty. You're so cute. Or she. Could be she. You don't know.
And the thing that's so awesome about this game is that not every player interaction has to be a fight.
Do not be scared. We are here to help.
Let me go over to them. Hello. Oh, are you? Oh, and we just came and sunk it. They were trying to hang off the skelly boat for their commendation, and we just sunk it.
I am so sorry. So we have a proposition for you.
So what's the proposition?
We're trying to get me to Legendary Hunter the Sea of Thieves in 10 days. But we need Battlegill, and we were thinking if you guys wanted to do the Fort of the Damned, we could like be offshore and alert you if any other boats were coming, and we could just be fishing for Battlegills. And you guys obviously keep the Chest of Fortune.
Chaos was really proud of this
I'm gonna get
idea.
one too.
So that is
One more.
And I have to admit it was going pretty well, except we weren't getting any sand Battlegill, which we still very desperately needed.
The flaw with this plan is they're actually doing the Fort of the Damned instead of it just being up.
Because if anybody does come this way, there's this here.
Hey, there are some sweaty crews out there. Like a good sweaty brig or galleon could take all three of us out.
Why did I have to say that?
That is true.
When this brig parked at Snake Island, we knew exactly what they were up to. Staying true to our word, we decided to be proactive.
Got their
nice,
back
good
mast.
hit.
They look like skeletons.
Yep.
Got their mast down again.
Visible fire. They're done.
But they weren't ready to give up there.
They look like they just dropped
And this
sails.
time, things were a little
They're
different.
moving.
Oh, their back
Yeah,
mast
Yeah, we
is
got their back
down.
mast, but we got pegged.
Yeah, they just sent 2 guys to your ship.
Oh crap, I'm getting spawned on.
Having a skelly ship spawn on me was really unfortunate because then the brig was able to get some space and start taking out our alliance.
We're kind of sitting ducks here. They boarded. Oh, our ship sunk.
This crew was good. Not only were they skeletons, they were obsidian skeletons, meaning this was a legit hourglass crew.
What do
I
you want
forgot
to
we have a second cannon.
Cursed Coral may not have the obsidian skeleton curse, but I do. So I was able to hang in this fight even though I was outnumbered and alone.
Yeah, I have a long black screen. Still a black screen. You might want to back out of this until I get back.
But I knew that if I backed off now, they'd have a chance to reset. And even if I wasn't doing enough damage to sink them, I was holding my own as a solo against a full brig of obsidian skeletons.
I am taking a lot of damage.
Yeah. I'm still black string. Oh, I'm here.
Okay,
Got buckets?
thank you.
Okay.
I got hit
I
our
hear that.
mast. I got it.
Yep. I'm gonna repair, mid. They're sending somebody over. We're mid. Gone.
It's off.
Alright, I'm gonna get, another hole.
I'm on cannons until you're ready. Okay, they are getting in our broad. Left side, left side.
How
Feel-
did those all miss, man? Nice, good hit.
That one's on.
2 of them on. Good job.
Could have
Again.
angle.
I took a shot at their mast. I doubt it'll
Alright,
hit.
I'm on it.
I think it hit. Oh, I can't believe that hit. Alright, I'm just gonna take pop shots at their ship.
Okay.
Oh wait, why would I do that? We have a second cannon.
Oh, we got a motor.
Oh no! We ran into each other. Oh, we're gonna
Small
know
but mighty! I'm small but mighty!
them. Alright, I'm gonna go for the board.
Go for the board! Throw my gold collar. You have help?
Oh, there's some.
Oh.
They're all trying to board us now.
Even though we stepped away from the grind, this is why this game is still fun for me. I started with a plan, and now I'm fishing off the back of a skelly ship with new friends. Nothing today went according to
I
plan,
think this boat is about to sink.
and all of the distractions made this fishing trip one to remember.
I got launched a little bit.
Right before getting off, we decided to waste our last few grubs to try again for a sand Battlegill, which finally paid off. And as we were going to sell,
Sand pump.
You do?
What?
Yep.
Turn around.
Okay, I will trade you a mango.
Oh, you took my mango.
Oh. I will give you
donated
his mango.
See? Take the fish.
thanks to these guys, we didn't just have one sand Battlegill to turn in, we had 2. Even with all of the distractions, we only needed to sell 93 more fish. And I know 93 fish sounds like a lot.
Yeah, once we have our sand, it's gonna be easy going.
But on day 10, we only needed 2 sand Battlegill, some Pondies, and a few splash tails for me to earn the legendary hunter of the Sea of Thieves. Sitting at Sea Dog's Tavern was clearly our best chance at catching those last 2 sand Battlegills.
How many sand have you gotten?
1.
No, you haven't. Have you?
I have it on the line right now.
With your feet in the air and your head on the ground.
This whole time, we had watched battles happen all around us. The servers we had been on were anything but dead. And by this point, we were completely unbothered by an entire server fighting all
My
around
brain
us.
just broke for a second. Sand Battlegill.
Yeah.
I have it.
Oh, you do?
Throughout this challenge, we've had to question ourselves. Our initial idea was to make a guide on an efficient way to complete one of the toughest grinds in the game. That evolved into seeing if we could complete the grind in only 10 days.
Sure, fine. Yeah.
Why did we make that jump? Or the bigger question is, why does anybody grind anything in video games?
Way out in the water, see it.
Some people exclusively grind PvE commendations, and others seem addicted to grinding PvP. I think the question applies to both ends of the spectrum. Game developers typically add long-term incentives as a way of prolonging our time playing the game, and I can accept that. But why do some of us feel compelled to do it? I've played games like Little Kitty Big City, Botany Manor, and Unpacking, and I loved them, but I finished them pretty quickly, which left me wanting more. And those aren't open world type games, so when I was done, it was just over. In SOT, there isn't really an ending. For some people, video game grinds can be meditative or can give a sense of accomplishment in a space that's detached from the stress of modern life.
Look at that bright.
It can also be a way to overcome difficult situations, like accepting a loss and being a good sport about it.
I died.
Or managing stressful situations with a cool head to overcome something challenging and pull off the win. For me, I think it's a mixture of all those things. Even in this challenge, we put ourselves in situations where we were an easy target.
Small but mighty! I'm small but mighty!
And it was fitting for me to get the small but mighty commendation on a fishing trip, because that's how I got it the first time on my main account too. And it was actually the inspiration for me to start recording my sessions.
I have one.
Yes!
This is it.
You got the last fish that we need.
I love the unplanned distractions.
They've made mistakes.
I also love meeting other pirates who were willing to help us with our ridiculous challenge.
Mango.
It's silly and sometimes frustrating, but all of that makes it feel so much more rewarding. Getting the legendary Hunter of the Sea of Thieves title in 10 days was an epic adventure, and I'm gonna remember it for a long time.
It's all
That looks like a ruby.